Hello guys, you're welcome. This is SBECEGH. You've gotten access to BECE 2024 exams that they wrote last year. And as you know, we always take our time to explain every detail so that you understand. And that is what we'll be doing right away. We'll be starting with the objectives. And we have a lot of gems to discover. This examination question that is last year BEC computing that we are come to solve. In fact, there are tons and thousands of information that we can derive from this particular question that will help us to anticipate likely question in 2025. So take your pen and your paper and follow along wherever you find yourself to be in Ghana, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share with your friends and colleagues. So without any further time wasting, let's get started. Now, question one says that a student in a computer laboratory want to change the style, size, and color of a typeface in Microsoft Word application. The appropriate tool to be used is what? Now, if you look at the question, they are emphasizing on this, assuming this is the document that we are working with, and the person want to change the style, the size, and the color. As you can see, if I highlight any of this, I have this option to change the appearance of the document. I can change the color here. So they are asking that the appropriate tool to be used is what, and they have given us font, style, clipboard, and paragraph. The answer is what? Font. So if I should open the tab or the ribbon, you see that it's font here. So all the available tools that will help me to make changes to this is under the font group. So the answer is font. Okay. So let me highlight it. Okay. Now number two. A quizmaster asks participants to complete the statement. Once the Internet Explorer is used to access information from the Internet, Windows File Explorer is used to do what? The answer is C. When we talk about Windows File Explorer, it has to do with this. You see, anytime you open a file or a folder on your computer, this is what we call the File Explorer. You have access to a bunch of information that will help you to organize your file in the particular folder that you have created. So this is what we call the file explorer that they are talking about. Now you can anticipate or think about what is file explorer. It can come in this year's BEC, that is the theory part. So it's better you get to know what is it. So the answer for this particular question is C, which is it manage and organize files and folders, as I was saying. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now number three. Number three says the concept of artificial intelligence ability to suggest related information to a user who regularly surfs the internet is referred to as what? So the concept is that the artificial intelligence is able to suggest, what the person has been regularly doing on the internet. So if the system cannot think, it's very difficult for the system to suggest. So the answer is this one, deep learning. So number three is A. Okay, now let's go to number four. A blog has many sections. The purpose of the comment section is to what? The answer is C. Engage with readers and discussion. Now, this particular question, I think it appeared in section B, that is the theory part. When we get there, we will talk more on this. It's a likely question for this year, even though we are not expecting the same question, but looking at how the question was asked and it being in a blog. Blog 2 has to do with almost like creating a website, and as you can see, website and programming has been integrated into this curriculum, so much emphasis will be placed on that. Now number 5 says in a printing industry, the device that uses the mechanism of laying down transparent dye and melting dot of wax based ink to produce an output is what? Number 5, the answer is D, which is thermal printer. So thermal printer has to do with that. Now, if thermal printer question come has come last year, then obviously you can think of what wax printer is. and what it does. So please, you can think about a question like that too. Now, number 6, collaborative robot is a category of robot that does what? My first time hearing about this collaborative robot. Well, sometimes it's not all the time that you're going to meet the question that you were taught in the classroom, but the question can be easier for you to understand as you analyze the question. It says collaborative robot. So the robot collaborates. So if a robot collaborates, then what does it do? What category does it fall under? So another thing we can also think about this question is that if we have a collaborative robot, then it means we have other categories of robots, right? So collaborative robot is just one category of robot. And that this is what 2024 question asked. So it means we have other robots category, if you get my point. Well, I don't know the textbooks you are using, but personally, I've never seen any textbook, highlighting category of robot, but it came in the BEC. So you can also think about other categories of robots. Don't worry if you don't know, I'll discuss a few in the other video. Okay, so the answer, I think it falls on somewhere D. Okay, sorry, the answer is here. It works along with human beings, so it collaborates. So if the robot collaborates, then obviously it works with people. Good. And let's go to the next one. A student inserted a picture into a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation and need to work on the picture to adjust the brightness and contrast to make it clearer. The best tool to help the student achieve this is what? Now let me quickly open Microsoft PowerPoint so that you know what I'm actually talking about. Okay, Microsoft PowerPoint. If the student want to adjust the brightness of the picture that is inserted into Microsoft, then let me open this one. Okay, so I have a brand new document. Let me insert a picture. Insert a picture so that we can work with right now. Guys, come to download. I have some pictures here. This picture is okay. Good. So I have this picture. Now I want to change the brightness of this particular picture, and they're asking what tool is going to help me. When you select the picture, look on the tab here, you see one added tab. Anytime you click on the picture or you select the picture, you see it's called the picture format. So this is what will allow the student to make changes to the brightness or whatever of the picture. So as you can see, if I deselect the picture, that tab is gone. But if I select it, I have it. Then once it comes, then I have this options that I can change. So I have corrections here. You can change from here. You can change even the color to black and white. You can even change it from here to this particular one. So if you have this application on your computer, you can be going through. Now, one thing that we can take from this particular question is that WAEC doesn't ask the question. You see, they are testing your knowledge on how to use this particular application. So if you have been using it to do one or two things and you don't know what it actually does, and that is what they are asking. So anytime you are working with Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Publisher, these are the core productivity softwares that will be tested every year. At least every year question will come either in one of the following four productivity software. So you can take note on that. Okay, I guess we are done with that, so you can further move forward. Our next question is going to be number 5. In the printing industry, the device that uses, okay, we are done with that. Okay, so question 7, the answer is what? Picture effect. Picture effect. They didn't bring picture format, but it's the same thing. Picture effect. Okay, now let's go to number 8. A student is watching a video from a pen drive using a computer. The process the computer uses to access the video from the pen drive is known as what? I really like how the question was asked. So the video is not being played directly from the laptop, but from the pen drive that is inserted into the laptop. So they are asking you, the process the computer uses to get the video from the pen drive and play it for you to see is called what? Now we have four options. We have burning, we have caching, we have reading, and we have what? Writing. Okay, now the correct answer actually is reading. The system is reading the information from the pen drive and playing it for you to see. So the technical term that uses is called what? Read. So keep that in mind. Now, if we have read, then obviously we have write. That is the D. We have writing, we have burning, and we have caching. So anytime you are solving a past question like that, don't just solve it and move on. No, if you do that, it wouldn't help. You see, this particular question, I don't know the textbooks you use, but I don't think you will find it directly in the textbook, especially the new ones based on the new curriculum. But see the question they have asked. So when you meet a question like that, it's an opportunity for you to pause and analyze all the wording and also the answers that is being given. Even if you know the answer, think about the other ones because a question can come concerning burning, a question can come concerning caching, a question can come concerning writing. Last year it was what? Reading. What about this year? So you should know what writing is, what caching is, what burning is. That is my point, right? Good. So reading is the process whereby the computer, access information from an external storage media. So anytime you connect a pen drive, a memory card, once the computer is able to access any information on that particular device, it means it is reading the information. Now, what about writing? Writing has to do with what? Copying information onto the external storage device. So if you have a pen drive inserted onto the computer and you are copying information from the computer onto the pen drive, then the technical word is called what? Writing. So keep this in mind. It can come in this year, that is 2025 BECE exam. Then we have burning. We talk more about burning and caching in the next video. Now let's go to number 9. What does the formula if a um, A1 is greater than 10, pass then fail? What does it do in Excel? Now let me copy this formula, sorry, and open Microsoft Excel and explain for you to understand. So you have it here. So let me open Excel. Okay, so we have 10 inside here. Now this one is 10. And the formula is this. They said equal to, let me paste it. I don't have time. Now the formula says if A1, this is inside, is greater than 10, then pass, else fail. Sorry. Let me check the question again. Okay, what is the formula? If A1 is greater than 10, then this. If not 2, fine. Well, the question didn't give us the value for A1, but I have, anticipated that it is 10. So let's assume that it is 10. Now, what does the formula do? The first part here is called the logical test, which is the condition. So this formula is testing a condition. If the condition is true, then this first statement or first sentence or word or whatever in the curly brackets will be displayed. But if the condition, this one is false, then this one will be displayed. So it is testing whether the A1 here, the condition that we have written, if it is true. So if it is true, then this one will be displayed. If it is false, this one will be displayed. Now let me press enter and see. If I press enter here, sorry, I think there's a problem with the actually happening. There is error here. I think I have to type everything myself. So let me type everything myself so that we get it well. So if A1, that is this one, is greater Let me make it capital so that we is greater or equal to 10 than 10 then comma, then we see pass. Okay, else fill. If I press enter, okay, we found a typo. There's another problem here. Okay, is it equal to if a1 is greater than 10 comma pass? Okay, I should have brought another thing here. The answer is fail. So sorry for that. Anyway, it's something that happens. So it's part of the learning process so that we can make corrections wherever necessary. Now, when I press enter, see the information displayed is fail. Now, the question is why fail? Now, let's open the formula again. So this is the condition, and the condition says if A1 is greater than 10, then pass. Now, let's look at A1. A1 is 10, right? And the condition is saying that if A1 is greater than 10, and as you can see, A1 is not greater than 10. 10 is not greater than 10. So obviously the condition is false. So if it is false, then it is the second value that will be displayed, right? If not, this one will be displayed. So let me change this condition. Let me make it 6. Now this 10 is greater than 6. So the condition is true. If it is true, then it is pass that will be displayed. So let me press, you see, pass has come. So this is the question that they are asking. Now, this particular formula, please, it's better you learn more on this, and don't worry if you don't understand how this one works, because it can come in section B. That is a practical question. They can bring a question that uses a formula like this for you to answer question on. Okay, so let's continue. Now let's analyze the question here. Okay, now that we have a better understanding, now we can answer the question. There's no need for us to check all of us. The answer is D. So it checks if the value in cell A1 is greater than 10 and return pass. Okay. Number 10. A teacher tasks students to demonstrate an activity using the flowchart. The appropriate symbol to be used at the processing stage of the activity is what? So all these symbols are used in the flowchart, but the question is specifically pinpointing the symbol that is used at the processing stage. It is no oval, it is no rhombus, it is what? Rectangle, right? Okay, that's the processing stage. So you can think of that. Now you should also be able to know what this one does. For the oval is for the start and the ending, and the rhombus is decision making process, and the rectangle is for the processing, as you know. Now let's go to number 11. Settings and permissions that are specific to a user and determines the activities the user can perform in Windows environment on the computer is known as what? The answer is what? B, sorry, B. So it highlights what we call account. Now, when you have a computer or a laptop and you're not the only person using the laptop or the computer, usually it's better you create what? An account for other users. So the account that you create will determine the activity the person can perform using your computer. So sometimes you allow them to, let's say, play game, you allow them to open folders, you allow them to even create a folder. Sometimes too, you not allow them to do certain things. And the settings that will allow you to do that is under account. It's account. So please take note of that. And we have types of account. You have the guest, you have the standard, and the other ones and the permissions level they cannot or enjoy. So you can read more on that. It's a typical likely examination question, this particular question. Now, number 12. Good health practice suggests that we take intermittent breaks while we are working. The importance of taking breaks during prolonged computer use is what? This one we don't need to stress on. Answer is avoid eye strain and muscle fatigue. Number 13. Four students in the class wrote the following functions in Excel. Now, which of the functions written by student will return an output? I like the question. So one of the function here is false, or it is wrong. Sorry, three of the functions here are wrong. Only one is correct. That is why they said which of the following function will return with an output? So if a function is false or it's not well written, there is no way it will um, give you an output, right? Now, this brings my mind on something. Okay, don't worry. I'll teach you on that in the next video. So if you type this, okay, let's test all of that. I think that one will really help us too. So let me copy this one. So they use 17. If I enter this one right now, yeah, I put this one and press enter. You see, we didn't get any output. The Excel treats this one as a mere text. So this one we didn't get anything. So let's try this one too. Let's try this one too. This one to here. Press it. This one to the same thing. So it didn't give us any output. And this one, okay. Let's copy this one. Paste it here. Remove this. Okay, let's press enter. So we've gotten a value that is 2. That is 0. Sorry. That is 0. So obviously that is the answer. That is the question. And let's test this one too. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Remove this one. Press enter. They are telling me we found a typo error. So this one too, it will not return anything. So the answer obviously is what is the C, right? Okay, so let's continue with 13. 13. I have to speed up. The time is going. Now 14. To demonstrate to a class the steps to be taken to create a pivotal table from the set of data in Microsoft Excel worksheet, click on what? So 14, the answer is B. We click on what? Insert tab, click on pivotal table. So as you can see, we can demonstrate it. Yeah, insert. You can look for it here. Here is it. This formula is creating a problem. Let me clean it. Let me select even this one. Click on insert. You see pivotal table here or pivotal chart or whatever. So it's here that you can. Sorry, this is chart. We have pivotal table here. So pivotal table, pivotal chart, they are all under the insert, and that is what they are saying. So that is that. Now let's go to the next one, 15. In computer shop, the attendant advised the customer to buy the 5th generation computer due to 8 features that uses what? I like the way the question asks. Now, the person selling the laptop at the shop is recommending the customer to buy a 5th generation computer. So it didn't say the person should buy the first, the second, or the third, or even the 4th generation, but rather saying that, oh, customer, buy the 5th generation computer. Why? Because of the feature that it uses. And what is the answer? 15, we have transistors, no. Vacuum tubes, no. Microprocessor, no. 5th generation computer uses what? Artificial intelligence. So it's better you also know what 1st generation computer uses. And the 1st generation computer uses the vacuum tube, and 2nd generation uses the transistors like that. So you should know what they all use. 5th generation is for artificial intelligence. The other ones that I was talking about, they are all likely questioned in the section A for 2025. Now, 16 says that the social media platform that allows members to post questions, start a discussion, or contribute to various discussion is called forum. You might not see this in your textbook, but you can take note. So they can further ask you in any of the questions that will come, that what is a forum. So you should know what a forum is. 17. The introduction of artificial intelligence has come with its related ethical concerns, such as the answer is B. Now, what to talk about ethical concern? Basically, we can summarize it as the disadvantages. Artificial intelligence are very good, but they come with its ethical concerns. They have its disadvantage, and that is biasing the algorithm. Now, number 18. Now, a user who selected 4 times 3 in the Insert tab grid in a Word document will insert what? 18. The answer is C. That is a table of 4 rows and 3 columns. So if you come into Insert, and you come here, the table, I think when you go to insert table, you have to enter the values, and that is what they were asking. So basically, so number of columns and number of rows, right? So if it's 4 by 3, and that is what you're going to get, and that is what the question was asking. 19. 19 says the screenshot feature under the insert tab of Microsoft PowerPoint application allows a user to insert a screenshot of what? Now 19, the answer is B. Open application. Open. I already have Microsoft PowerPoint, so let's try that and see. So we want to insert a screenshot in any. So you click on insert, then you come to screenshots. What it does, it quickly add a snapshot of any windows that open on your desktop to your document. So the program has to be opened before it can take a screenshot. So when you click, you have the opportunity to. So all these are some of the programs I've opened on the computer. So let's try. So let me click on screenshot here and see the one I can capture. I was coding, so let me click on this. See, the system has taken this screenshot of a code that I'm writing. So that is that. Okay, and clean it. You don't need this one. So the answer is open the application. Now number 20, the examination scores in computing of a class was entered into Microsoft Excel worksheet. The appropriate function for finding the largest score in the class is what? So the answer is finding the largest score, right? So it is max. Use the max function to do that. Now it's better we know the average. Average is used to find the average, right? Mean is used to find the lowest, value, and sum is used to find the total values. So that you can think about of them. 21. In pseudocode, the keyword for indicates what? I will not talk much on this pseudocode, but in the next video that I'll be posting, I'll highlight more on this pseudocode because last year, 2024, no question came under this. So it is a likely question for 2025 that you can think of. What is even pseudocode and what are the keywords that is being used in them? So think more about that. 2021, sorry, the answer is D. Loop with fixed number of iteration in the code. Don't worry if you don't know this, I'll explain further. I have a separate video on programming in computing for BEC 2025 candidate and the other student as well, so you can anticipate that. Now 22, the central device that communicates with other network devices and manages resources is what? So the device, it communicates with other network devices, so obviously it is the server, right? So the answer is the server. So it's the server. 20, my battery is running low, let me charge. Number 22, a user used to apply predefined formatting styles to text in Microsoft PowerPoint application. The best feature to use is what? 23. The answer is D. It's the quick style. The quick style. So think about that. Now 24. The robotic club of a school is to construct a robot to be able to detect objects. So the key point is the robot to be able to detect objects. So the object is going to be the things around the robot. The most appropriate sensor to help the user do this is what? To 24. 24, the answer, we have light sensor, we have the tactile sensor, the touch sensor, and the proximity sensor. So the answer is this, the proximity sensor that will enable the student, sorry, enable the robot to detect any object around it. 25, a teacher tasked her student to create a date with year, month, and day format. Now, the most appropriate Excel function to achieve this is what? Now, all these are functions that can be used in Microsoft Excel for date, but the specific one for this particular question, as you can see, the question is emphasizing on what we want: the year, the month, and the day. So the appropriate function is A, right? Once you enter this in Microsoft Excel. Obviously, you'll be able to find all of that. So let's test that in Microsoft Excel so that you understand. So I'll hit my equal to sign because I want to apply a function. So once I bring my equal to sign, see, the system give me a screen tip. So this function will give me the year, will give me the month, and it will give me the day as well. And that is what the question was asking, right? Okay. So let's continue. Now, 28. Cyber criminals can obstruct data in transmission to and from a device or a network using a data threat technique or attack technique called what? 26. The answer is C. So interception. So they will intercept the information before it can even reach its destination. Now you can think about some of the, well, there's a separate video on that, so I shouldn't go deeper into that. 27. A teacher sends a class assignment to his student using an email. The protocol used by the email to send that assignment over the internet is what? 27. We have D. That is SMTP. 28. The merge and center button in spreadsheet application is used to do what? 28. Answer is C. It combine and center the content of the selected cell. Now merge. What merge is that? It combines cells, and center will center the text within that particular cell. Okay, now 29. Aku entered 20 into the computer as quantity of this is a mistake. I think something but price or whatever but. How will the figure be represented in the computer for processing? So Aku has typed 20 into the computer as a quantity of pencil. Let me correct it. It's pencil. Pencils, but pencils. Good. It's a very nice question. So the person entered 20 or typed 20. So the question is, how would the system convert this 20 into binary? So it has to do with decimal conversion of, decimals and binary. That is the question here. So what is the answer? The answer to this particular question is C. But it's better we take our time to solve it so that we all would understand, right? Okay, now let's see. Okay, so let's tackle it here. Now we are converting from binary. So it's going to be like this. Okay, let me increase the font size so that we will see. So first we ask ourselves, 2 goes into, so we are converting from decimal, this is decimal, to binary, and binary uses 2 digits, which is 2, 0 and 1. And because it uses 2 digits, we will use 2 to divide the number one by one. So we finish dividing, then the remainder will be the binary. That is the answer. So let's check it out. Okay, so first let's divide. 2 go into 20 how many times? It's 10. 2 times 20. So 10 here divided by 2. Remember 0. We didn't get anything in 10, so remember it's going to be 0 here. Now we can further divide because 10 is greater than the base, which is 2. So 2 go into 10 how many times? 2, 5, 10. Remember 0. So this one is remember 0. So 5 divided by 2. You can further divide because 5 is greater than what? 2. So 2 times what will give you 5? 2 and 2, 2, 2, 4. So it is 2 divided by 2 will give you 4. Remember 1, as you can see, if you deduct 5 minus 4, you get 1. So the 1 becomes the remainder, and write it here. Then can we further divide? Yes. 2 go into 2 how many times? 2 and 2. So here will be 1 divided by 2. And the remainder here is going to be 0. No remainder here. We can't further divide because now 1 is less than the base, which is 2. So we just add this 1 to it, which is the remainder. So it's going to be, we count from the bottom, right? It's going to be 1, Let me reduce, let me decrease so that you see. So we have it's going to be 1 0 1 0 0. So 1 0 1 0 0. That is what we had. And let's check the correct answer is here 1 0 1 0 0. So it means that when you type 20 inside the computer, the system will convert from 20 to this. The computer see this as the 20. So this is the binary. That is what the computer understand, and it is 0 and 1. Okay, more on that later. If you don't understand anything, please don't forget, write the question in the comment section below so that we can explain for you to understand. Aside that too, if you have any question related to computing or any of the other subjects that you find it difficult to understand, SBEC is here to assist you. So feel free to ask the question, right? Good. Don't forget to share and also comment, and more importantly, subscribe for more videos. 30. Cindy was trying to access information from the WAEC website, but whenever she enters the URL, it takes her to a different website. Her friend advised that she must ensure the URL entered is correct because it identifies what? 30, the answer. C, it identifies the address of the web resource. So we have that one here. Now 31. In desktop publishing, a user can create a new document through all the following ways except what? 31, the answer is A. So you can't use the print publication. That one, it doesn't work, but you can use the built-in template, blank publication, and featured to assist to get that. 32. 32 says that the desktop publishing feature that best help a user to align object, text, and element in a publication is called what? The answer is guide. Please, you should know what a guide is. Okay, so guides are the green lines that when you open Microsoft Publisher, you often see. And that is what helps the user to align objects so that it can make the work neat and clean. 33. One of your classmates continuously send threat messages through a social media platform to you. This act is called what? The answer is D. We call it cyberbullying. The person is bullying you, but this time on the internet. Continuous threat is what we call the cyberbullying. We have cyber attack. Cyber attack has to do with hackers using other forms and means to penetrate into people's data and steal information. That's that. Now cyber stalking too, we will talk more on this. I don't want the video to be very long. So let's continue. 34. Computing project work requires students to design a block for a school. The best item to be used for customizing the block in the school is what? We have flag, we have logo, we have crest, and we have uniform. So when you're designing a logo, a simple website for your school, obviously you need the logo, you see, of the school. It's not the flag or the crest that you need, it's the logo that you need that will help it to. Okay. 35. Computer manufacturing went through a series of developmental stages, with each stage characterized by a unique technological advancement. The use of integrated circuit in the characteristics of is a characteristic of what? So this question is very simple, but if you don't take care, you might think that it is very big question. They are simple asking, you know, which generation of computer use integrated circuit? It's simple. That is what the question is asking. Which generation of computer uses integrated circuit? 35. So we have first, second, third, and fourth. The answer is what? Is third. First generation was vacuum tube, and third was this one, the integrated circuit, right? So we check on that. Now 36. In computer programming, the began sorry. In computer programming, debugging is a technique used to do what? It's used to If you are debugging, then it means that you are fixing an error in the code. So check that. Now 37. Now which of the following services best describe an entrepreneurial opportunity in computer networking? 37 has to do with D. Setting up Wi-Fi network for cafes and school. Okay. 38, 38, 38, 38. The peripheral device shown in figure 1 is known as what? 38. The answer is C. It is a textual, an image data image data. I'll give you all the answers, so don't worry. And 39, the practice of the use of computers and related electronic resources in an environmental responsible manner is termed as what? 39, the answer is B, green computing. And the last one, that brings us to the end of the objective, is social media users can regulate the type of information they share on their page. Privacy setting, which is one of such activities they can regulate, is the answer is D, control who can see the post. So when we talk about privacy, it's all about who can see, who cannot see. So this is the end of 2024 BCE. As you can see, the question was not all that difficult, but it's a little tricky. So this is what we've been able to access. Now I'll give you all the answers in the description section. Thank you very much for coming as far up to this point. Don't forget to ask any question and leave it in the comment section below. And more importantly, subscribe to the channel. Now in our next video, I'm going to post the section B, which is very important. Please don't forget to watch that particular video because there are tens and thousands of gems that all of us can get, especially for 2025 BEC. That's the rate that is going to be written soon. Thank you very much for watching the video. This is ACE BECE. Bye bye.